Hello everyone, welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un reportedly oversaw new tests of strategic cruise missiles and anti-warship missiles launched from a naval destroyer, according to state media on Tuesday. The weapons tests took place on Sunday, as detailed by the state-run Korean Central News Agency, KCNA. Two strategic cruise missiles flew for over 2 hours, while anti-warship missiles flew for 33 minutes, striking targets with ultra-precision over the West Sea of Korea. The launches were conducted from the Cho Haeyeon, one of two 5,000-ton destroyers launched last year, as Kim seeks to boost naval capabilities. Kim expressed great satisfaction and reiterated that bolstering North Korea's nuclear deterrent remains the most important priority task. Analysts suggest the missile launch aims to signal to the United States that any future conflict would be different from the U.S. Iran war, with North Korean anti-ship cruise missiles potentially carrying tactical nuclear warheads. A South Korean lawmaker also stated that North Korea is accelerating the construction of a third destroyer, possibly with military assistance from Russia, in exchange for North Korea's support in Ukraine, JJ Press reported. Brazil's former intelligence agency chief and lawmaker, Alexandre Ramagem, has been arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in the United States, as reported by CBS News. Ramagem was sentenced in Brazil to 16 years in prison for his involvement in a 2023 coup attempt by supporters of former President Jair Bolsonaro, having fled the country before beginning his sentence. A Brazilian senator and Bolsonaro ally, Jorge Saif, stated on social media that he has informed the U.S. Embassy advocating for political asylum for Ramagem and his family, claiming they are victims of political persecution. Ramagem's detention was confirmed in ICE's online database, though his location was not specified. Brazil's federal police also issued a statement about a fugitive from Brazilian justice being detained by ICE, convicted of similar crimes as Ramagem, without naming him. Local reports suggest Ramagem entered the U.S. on a diplomatic passport after bypassing immigration controls via Guyana. Brazil had formally requested his extradition in December. Another Bolsonaro ally in the U.S. claimed Ramagem was held for a minor traffic infraction and has a pending asylum application, expressing confidence against deportation. Ramagem is additionally under investigation for allegedly running an illegal spying operation for Bolsonaro. Al Jazeera reports that Swiss ice hockey coach Patrick Fischer has admitted to faking a COVID-19 vaccination certificate to bypass China's strict travel restrictions for the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. Fischer, who continues to lead the Swiss team, stated he made a serious mistake due to a personal crisis where he did not want to be vaccinated, but also felt he couldn't abandon his team. In 2023, he was fined nearly 39,000 Swiss francs, 50,000 by local authorities for document forgery after purchasing the certificate on social media. The Swiss Ice Hockey Federation considers the matter closed, and Fischer is scheduled to step down after the upcoming World Championship. His team reached the quarterfinals at the 2022 Olympics, which mandated COVID-19 testing, prompting the NHL to withdraw due to the pandemic. CBS News reports that efforts are intensifying to bring the U.S. and Iran back to the negotiating table, even as the American blockade of Iran's ports enters its second day. Vice President J.D. Vance stated the U.S. has made its red lines clear, including no uranium enrichment or nuclear weapons, and wants Iran to take action regarding the Strait of Hormuz. The blockade is causing tremors in global energy markets, with China calling the U.S. action dangerous and irresponsible. Additionally, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is set to participate in direct, high-level diplomatic talks between Lebanese and Israeli officials in Washington, aimed at ending fighting between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah. Russia, meanwhile, has seen its oil export revenues nearly double due to eased U.S. sanctions, offsetting Middle East war impacts. President Trump also criticized Pope Leo for his comments on the Iran war and mass deportations. As the United States intensifies pressure on Iran by blockading the Strait of Hormuz, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has arrived in Beijing for talks. China, a major importer of Iranian oil, is significantly impacted by this move, which aims to cut off Iran's economic lifeline. Both China and Russia have been vocal critics of the U.S.-Israel war on Iran, condemning the conflict and its economic fallout. Al Jazeera reports that Lavrov held a phone call with his Iranian counterpart, Abbas Araghchi, emphasizing the need to prevent a resumption of hostilities and reiterating Russia's readiness for a peaceful settlement. Meanwhile, China has welcomed several leaders from war-affected countries, including Spain and the UAE, positioning itself as a reliable and stable partner distinct from Washington. Amid these diplomatic activities, China refuted U.S. intelligence reports alleging its preparation to deliver air defense systems to Iran, calling them fabricated and threatening countermeasures against any U.S. tariffs imposed on such grounds. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.